What's your favorite food in America?
My favorite food in America is probably salmon.
Oh, salmon. Do you have a pet?
Yeah, I have 3 dogs. I have a golden retriever, a husky, and an Australian shepherd.
Oh, so 3 dogs, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite hobby in America?
My favorite hobby is probably hiking or swimming. I live near the mountains in America, so it's very easy to go hiking.
Oh, so do you ever went hiking when it's like not winter?
Yeah, I hike during every season. When I was in high school, I would have 2 hours free for lunch, and I would go on a hike in the middle of the winter just wearing shorts and my sandals, and it was like 0 degrees
Very cool.
outside. Yeah, and snowy.
What's the biggest difference between America and our country?
I think the biggest difference is the sense of community. Everyone is very welcoming and friendly in Indonesia, and everyone knows their neighbors, does a lot of things together, asks a lot of probably personal questions. In America, it's a lot more individualist and it can be kind of colder.
I've never seen a recording of someone fighting in a mall.
Really?
I don't think it's.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can you teach me some American slang?
Yes, I still have to think about some good ones. I usually use what's up. To my students, I usually say, hey dog, or hey shawty. That's basically just like another word for friend. Yeah, it depends. There's so much slang that I use that sometimes I don't realize I'm using it. But later, if I talk to Mr. Sean, you'll definitely hear I'm only using slang.
Now, these are some personal questions.
Okay.
Why did you visit our country?
Well, I'm a Peace Corps volunteer. Peace Corps volunteers are from the American government, and they have them in 61 countries right now in the world. But I got to go to Indonesia, and so before I lived in Mojokerto and I studied Bahasa Indonesia and Indonesian culture, and now I live and work in Lumajang, so I get to stay in Indonesia for a little over 2 years and just learn about everything there is here.
So, do you like our culture?
Yes, I love it. It is so diverse and beautiful. I love all the batik motifs and the food and the diversity in languages and just how welcoming everyone is. It's so comfortable to be here.
How long have you been traveling?
I've been in Indonesia for about 15 months now, just over 1 year in Lumajang, and I'll be here at least until the end of 2025. So at least 1 more year.
Okay. What's your favorite travel experience?
Oh, I've had a lot of good travel experiences, but I think some of the best ones are where things go wrong, when something a little crazy happens, because those tend to be the best stories. So I've had a lot of bad travel experiences, but in Indonesia recently, I was in Soe on Pulau Timur because my friends lived there. I joined it's called iGlow Camp. It's a leadership camp for boys and girls, iGlow iBro. And we camped out and had a bunch of sessions on mental health and just leadership, and we swam in a waterfall every day and cooked together and learned about the local foods there. And it was just such a great experience, and I was in the forest, I was so happy, and I made all these new friends, and I think it was just a very heartwarming experience. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
What advice would you give to students like me?
I would say keep believing in yourself and know that you can do anything as long as you stay curious and ask a lot of questions. You can do anything that you set your mind to. So that's the most important part.
That's so motivational.
Thanks.
This is a fun challenge. Can you count to 10 in a different language?
Sure. Andu tua kat sengsi set read nafdis to bahasa Perancis.
France.
Yeah, French.
So these are some extra questions that I've made.
Okay.
So what mountains have you hiked to?
I've hiked a lot of mountains in America, but so far in Indonesia, not that many. I've hiked Kawah Ijen, and I went to the top of Bromo, but I will be hiking Kawah Kelimutu in Flores next month, so I'm really excited for that. And hopefully I'll do more hiking soon. In Lumajang, I live in Kabupaten Lumajang, so it's kind of far away from the mountains, but my goal this year is to go more. So
I recommend you to go to Pacitan. It's a province with a lot of mountains. It's like mountains circle around it.
Really? I heard the beach there is so beautiful. It's my friend's favorite place.
It's also my great-grandmother's favorite place.
Really? Do you go there often?
Not often, only when I go to Pacitan sometimes. So it's like really sometimes. It's not often.
Okay.
Almost not.
Well, I will add it to my list.
So, what other countries will you plan to go to Asia?
Okay, so I've been to South Korea. I worked there for 3 months, and I was just in Japan a couple of months ago. I would love to go back to Japan. It was so beautiful. But after Indonesia, I would really like to go to Vietnam. I really would like to go to Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, pretty much every country I can. I would love to go to Nepal and Mongolia, but we'll see. One at a time is my plan. Taiwan, actually. One of my friends lives in Taiwan, so I will be visiting there soon.
So you have a lot of friends, right? Scattered in different countries, right?
Yeah.
So we have different friends in different countries. So what countries do your friend lives in? Friends.
Yeah.
lives in?
So my university in America, there were a lot of students from all over the world. And so some of my best friends are from Malaysia and Kenya. I have friends, their family is from Japan. There's some of my friends, their family is from India. I have a Tibetan friend. And a lot of my friends are working outside of the United States right now too. So my friend is working in Taiwan. I have a friend that's also a Peace Corps volunteer in Belize. I have a lot of friends that are they were tennis players in college, and they are from Austria and Germany and Portugal. So basically everywhere. It's nice because if I ever want to travel there, I have a free place to stay.
So do your friends just live there, or do they also go to different places like you?
Yeah, it depends. Some of my friends, like my friend from Kenya and my friend from Malaysia, they're still working in the United States. They have visas there, so they stayed there after school ended. And a lot of my friends from Europe went back to Europe, which I don't blame them. I think Europe is pretty amazing, so I would go back there too. But it just kind of depends. A lot of people are doing different things, but I think it's really cool to be able to explore the world while I still have time and not really any responsibilities.
How many countries have you been to?
I've been to around 20 countries.
That's a lot.
Yeah. How many have you been to?
I have been
Maybe more
one
than me.
continent and 1, 2, 3.
Three?
3 and one continent, Europe.
Really? But in Asia, how many countries have you been to?
Well, exactly, Thailand, Malaysia, and Japan.
And then in Europe, how many countries did you go to?
Well, the entirety of Europe, except for
Oh,
Finland.
Wow. How long? And you were there for how long? 2 weeks?
Yeah, we traveled there fast using bus, cause
Oh, okay.
yeah, there's not many airports, and
Yeah.
their main transportation is the bus to get around countries.
Yeah. Did you take the train too?
Yes,
Okay.
it was fast.
Yeah. Good. Cool. Yeah, I'm jealous.
When you go to different countries, do you go there with a friend or alone?
I think every time I've gone to a different country, I've gone with a friend, but when I went to South Korea, I went by myself because I was working. And when I came to Indonesia, I also came by myself. But from my organization, there were 8 other people in my group. And so, like Mr. Sean, I met him when I first came to Indonesia. But now we are good friends, even though he lives far away from me.
So that's the end of our interview,
Okay.
and see you next time if we can.
Yes, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.